All right, let's look at this trade together. So I am playing with the Top Step X platform, and you will see here I have an order to go long, and actually I'm using their trade copier on this and doing it in 3 accounts. And there it goes. It got me into 3 contracts in 1 account and actually in 3 accounts. Nice pop there. And so I put my stop right there because I feel that price should not come back. This should be a touch and go. And so that's what I'm doing. Now I took 1 off in the profit. And all I did was hit the sell button, that red button right there. And it got me out of 1 contract. And you can see in the green area on the chart, it now shows I am long 2 contracts. This should be a touch and go. Very nice. Sorry about the moving of the chart there. I was sliding it over and showing my traders on Zoom my entry and what I was doing. As I said, I feel like it should not revisit this level. So I made it a little tighter. Saying, okay, I took 1 off in profit, so I'm going to keep these 2 here. And let's see if it keeps going. I was long at, well, I think I was long at 89 earlier, and unfortunately just couldn't quite hold on. So this was my first opportunity to really be long, and I took it. It is with the trend. The play is long or flat. The play is long or flat. We had a really nice move down. So what type of environment are we in? Risk of short covering is high. We're fair value gapping up. We're volume imbalancing up. We're bouncing beautifully off everything. Many of us were long. So this was really delightful to do this together with everybody. Now, yesterday's POC was right here about 13. And I told everybody this is probably a good resting spot. So what I did here is I actually made a mistake. I put a sell order right there. Nope, I did the right thing. I put a sell order right there. So what I did is, because I can't separate the 2 contracts I'm long, I put a sell order. And that will, and this was an experiment. Is it going to get me out of 1 contract and then adjust the green from 2 contracts to 1 contract? So that was an experiment here to see of how to take off 1 contract where I want to. So there's a sell order there to take that off at 09.25. Overnight high was 18. I really hoped it was going to get to 18 because I would have moved that stop to 15. What was my entry over here? Okay, to 16.75. That would have locked in a 10-pointer. I'd have been happy with that, and then kept my runner back. Now we're having a nice move up. This is really nice when you can duplicate it across a number of accounts. Traded small.
Single price ranges.
Sorry you hear that going off in the background. It's my automated reminder system. And a nice move there, hoping it would target the 18. I told the group if you wanted the perfect exit, 18 is probably the perfect exit because of the overnight high for it to pull in. You can see all these fair value gapping candles. Basically where I had that TP, I went ahead and removed it and said I'm just going to follow that and take that as a profit there if it gets me out. And I'm looking to see, does it change the number of orders I'm long at the bottom there? at that green and red to one contract. Let's watch that change. Boom, change it to one contract. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so let's watch what happens. Sorry you keep seeing the screen flash like that. It's because I'm sliding this over and bringing it back, so the recording's a little weird. So in the group here, we're discussing proper exits, proper trade management, where to put your stops if you're looking for a move. If you're scalping, you're probably already out. If you're trying to be in a move and the risk of short covering is high here, in my opinion, it's a good place to try to get into a move, but we need to get over the overnight high. We need to get over the overnight high. So now I've got that final contract there and I'm like, okay, this has been a really nice move. What I decided to do is to put my stop 2 fair value gaps behind on price. 2 fair value gaps behind on price. Initially. And then with additional information, I make another decision upon further reflection and all of that. So I'm discussing things on Zoom with my traders. Because what I decide to do here is actually add to my long. I do not add to losing trades. I add to winning trades. And so you'll see me change my mind here on my stop and say, you know what? I need to add, not get out of my trade. Of course, here we're 3 minutes before my quitting time, so I'm bumping up against, okay, I'm ready to stop trading, to be honest. I'm ready for a mental break. But I'm going to take this add-on because if it touches and bounces and goes in my favor, delightful. I don't mind that. Someone here, I'm like, you know what? I need to add. Why am I looking to get out right here? Let's add. That's what my brain's thinking right now. I know it is. Sorry about all the sliding around, guys. That's literally just me. I'm screen capturing this window, but I'm moving the window over to Zoom to show my traders and then moving it back. And it's, I figured that might cause a problem, and it did. All right, just watching price. And sometimes this is what you do in your trading. You set and you wait. And you wait and you wait. And many traders are uncomfortable with waiting and they'll just get out of a trade or they'll just jump into a trade. When you're with the trend like this, where risk of short covering is high, you want to stay in the trade. Could it come back and rip you a new one? Sure, but I've got my profit locked in. So here I move this, say, you know what? I need to add here, and I'm going to be tight on it, as you'll see. I decided to move the stop behind the backside and behind that volume imbalance. And of course, behind those fair value gaps, giving me a little something. So here you're going to see me add. And now I moved my stop to break even on both contracts. So you'll see that there's 2 contracts there long, and now it had a nice move up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another order there, say, hey, sell right there at a 1 point profit from my entry, and I'll manage that trade separately. All right, let's go, go, go. We still have the overnight high as our magnet. Had it already taken the overnight high, I would not have entered this add-on. But because the overnight high was still a magnet for price, I chose to add on here, but tight, and it got me out. So now it's showing that I'm in a loss because it goes off the last order, but I'm still up 3 points from my initial entry, and that's where I'm going to keep it. I'm ready to take a break. And I'm like, okay, if it gets me out here, I'm done. If I was going to trade all day, I would keep my stop 2 points behind where I entered. Why? Because I had really nice profit on the other contracts. So no big deal. I'm right behind this volume imbalance. I'm looking for my measuring tool. I still got to set up my favorites bar there. Like, where is the price range? How come I don't see it? There it is. And so I was measuring my profit on my lotto runner. As I said, if I wanted to trade all day, I would have kept my stop below my entry. It's a lotto. And boom.